What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the DeadstockStash. My name is Logan. Today we're looking at a pair of Nike Dunks that were in collaboration with Bodega. I'm gonna kind of switch it up from how I've been doing things, which is I've been unboxing them from the actual shipping box to kind of like prove that they're real. I'm gonna just kind of step away from that. I know my shoes are real. Hopefully you guys trust it. I wouldn't be doing these videos on fake shoes, and if I were doing it on fake shoes, I'd just tell you guys, like, I have no reason to lie about this. It just saves a lot of time, and I feel like a lot of people just don't really care about the shipping box. Like, it's just a shipping box. I already have walked around and tried these on. All the B-roll has already been filmed on these. These are the Nike Dunk High Bodega collaboration. The colorway is Fauna Brown Multicolor Rustic. Retail price of $120. So I got these from the Bodega drop. Bodega did a really good job of preventing bots from checking these out, which Bodega has kind of been working on, to be honest. This isn't anything new for them. And they've been making their own domains. And even though some bots did work, it limits the amount of them that do. So I think all of the pairs came with this bandana. It's pretty cool. 2006 is when Bodega was founded. Nike, 1972 is when Nike was founded. You know, it's cool. It's a little touch. I think everybody got that. The special thing with these shoes is that some people got a pack of baseball cards, and if you got the pack of baseball cards, you got a 1 in 20 chance of getting a friends and family pair, which is an all-white pair, which is super dope. I like how they did that, because otherwise friends and family pairs are literally just for that, and it's just kind of a tease to us who really want the shoes, and it's like, well, I'm never going to be able to get those because they go for thousands of dollars. So at least Bodega is giving us a chance to be able to have access to those. Co-branded paper, Nike swoosh, Bodega, and then normal paper, and they come with these waxed laces, and then they also give you just standard black laces, which I've already taken off. This is something real quick, just a little thing if you're like legit checking. I also do these so that you can legit check, so that you know everything that's supposed to come with shoes. That way, if you're buying them and something's missing, you can kind of refer to these videos and say, okay, well, this paper to me is something very specific where there's like speckles and even sparkles. So, I don't know. It's weird. Hopefully you guys can see it. But I thought that was just something interesting. I've never noticed that before. So, I have to be honest with you guys. I did not like these when I first saw them. I thought that these were absolutely ugly. I do, however, have a thing for shoes that kind of tell a story and have small details. And these definitely have a story and include a ton of small details. So while I am not 100% on the shoes, I really respect the release, and I respect pretty much all of Bodega's collaborations with Nike, New Balance, like all of them. Like, they do a really good job. Bodega has some of the best collaborations in my opinion, and these definitely hold true to that as well. They just seem really strange to me because there's so much going on, and on foot, you don't notice it because you're just looking down at this, and they're a very normal pair of shoes. So maybe that's why when I was walking around in them, I started to not dislike them as much. I started to like them because they seem so just ordinary from the top, which is cool because you know that they're not, and there's something special. I did two different styles here. I undid the little flaps for one pair, and I just tucked in the laces for the other pair because there's different ways that you can wear these, and that's up to you. Really nice leather just throughout the whole shoe. Great quality, with the exception of this, which I'm really disappointed about, because to me, this alone should have probably been a B grade pair. Like, this is a big glue stain on an otherwise really nice quality shoe. And it's really disappointing to me that this was overlooked. And I don't think it's something that can come out. I'm gonna try and do like a bristle brush to try and knock it out, but I highly doubt it. The quality of all of the leathers though is exceptionally on point. Like, they're really nice. So the toe box on this pair is a really buttery, nice, very tumbled sail or off-white leather on the toe box, and then just dark brown suede, and then kind of a nappier suede. On the lateral side, it has a jewel swoosh, which is the main thing I don't like about this shoe. If it had a full-size swoosh or even an oversized swoosh, I just think it would have done this shoe so much more justice, and it really would have been awesome. No jewel. I don't like the jewel to be 100. Just a normal, even if it was just a black swoosh, I think it really would have been so much better, but that's my opinion. And then we have, you know, leather stitching details just like in a baseball glove, and then we have a nice, also very tumbled brown leather with stitching throughout. Then we move to the back. It has stitching up here in a very nice light colored, again, sail suede, more stitching. And then on the lateral side, it's this dark brown that we already looked at. And then on the medial side, it's basically a black. It's probably a dark brown, but I would call it black, with the same stitching details, as well as the baseball kind of stitching on either side here, and then a branded Bodega logo instead of a swoosh on the medial side. If we look at the tongue, it's also a leather, and it has this, it's the same as the swoosh basically. It's a turtle shell, kind of a rubber for the tag, which is co-branded Nike and Bodega. If you look on the inside, it also says Bodega, and it has a stash pocket with Bodega's mantra here hidden in plain sight. So all these really small details I just really like. The insole is also co-branded Nike Bodega. They sit atop a sail midsole and then a gum outsole, just your standard Dunk outsole. Like I said, I wore these, so there's grass and dirt in these. Because of all of the small details and the super high quality leather and just all the materials used on it, I actually came to really like this pair, but I understand why so many people don't like them, because it's kind of a lot going on. However, I do think that this is a pair that's going to age extremely well, and people are gonna really kick themselves for sleeping on this, because it's just a really high quality shoe. Like, overall, that is the main thing this pair has going for it, in my opinion, is the materials used on this pair are top notch. Other than this, still really bummed about that. But other than that, like, these are nice. Like, it's a nice pair with a story, with, you know, a really strong branded background. Bodega and Nike have some really awesome collaborations, and the fact that they, you know, incorporated friends and family pair, and they gave, some people got rawhide laces, you got the bandana. Like, they made this a fun release. Like, this wasn't just a normal release, which was their intention. I read an article, and that was the whole thing, is that they wanted to stay away from these collaborated releases where, you know, another pair is going to be coming out basically next week, if not the week after, and then these get forgotten. Because that's what happens. We get so many releases now that they just get lost. Like, so unless they stand out, which this pair does stand out, whether you like it or not is a different story, but they definitely stand out, it's going to be a remembered release. The fact that they had another site that helped them, you know, prevent bots from checking out, all of this ties into a really good release. I think what kind of killed it is that they also released on the sneakers app and not just a Bodega exclusive. If this would have just been a Bodega exclusive, I really think that this pair's resale would keep climbing, and it would be way higher than it is. I think these are at like $250, so they're really not reselling for much, in my opinion. Like, that for a collaborated release, that's not a lot. And again, I think it's just because a lot of people are kind of turned off by all of the design elements. But if it were an exclusive to Bodega and they didn't release on sneakers app, this pair would have gone down as a really good collaboration. And I do still think that they have the potential to continue to rise in the future, and people are going to be disappointed that they slept on them when they were only at $250. But that's just my opinion. In terms of fit, size and fit, I'm a 9 in basically all Nike Dunks. That's how I've always got them, and these fit perfectly fine. Another thing that I do have to give props to is this pair feels really comfortable as soon as you put them on feet. A lot of Dunks, you know, they're kind of stiff, they're not super comfortable, and you kind of have to break them in. This pair feels like I've already worn them for months, and they're already really comfortable, and it's because of the high quality materials used, and that's awesome. The only thing that I do foresee being an issue is if you aren't wearing high socks, which I would be, but if you did not, this would probably start to rub on your skin because it is this rubbery material and you're sweating, and this would, you know, it would just rub. Please consider subscribing. I have a ton of videos in the works and they're just kind of waiting for me to get through and edit them. Good luck on your next cop. Take care.